All right, we're gonna try this. We'll see what the hell happens here. No guarantees. I'm gonna try and stream from over here. Unfortunately, I can't see anything that's going on in chat or on the stream, so hopefully I'm in focus and shit. I also don't have access to my stream deck. That's okay. I can see chat, but it's a size 6 font, and I don't know how to make it any bigger. So I'm gonna be squinting a lot at the font there, because I'm running it through my. Let's see if it's any bigger. See if it's any bigger here. No. Why does the chat need to be so damn small? My microphone on? This is a problem. I can't tell. Yeah, okay, microphone's on. So, yes. So you guys can see me. Can somebody chat so I can see if this is actually what's going on here? Am I actually streaming? Chat, thank you. All right. All right. Hey, Cobalt. You're streaming. That's good to know. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is working. We're going to make some books today, kids. So you're streaming. You are streaming. And why is things so messed up today? It's... Fuck me. Did something break? No, nothing broke. I have to work in a different space. Big things. The reason that I started and stopped the stream is because I started it up. We had 100 frames and 70% of them were dropped. So I thought that's probably not a good way to start the show. So let's reboot the internet now and then hope to God it lasts. We shall see. All right. So if I remember correctly, okay, that's that one. So what we're going to be doing is some giant laminating today, as well as some other stuff. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see if I can... Fuck me, dude. I can't even read that. Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to go to the other screen to read that. Is this easier to read? No, it is not. Oh, crap, dude. That's so mean. How do we embiggen things? Can we embiggen? Is that a thing? I need the embiggenator. All right, so let's make sure, first off, we put it on the right way. That would be funny. And then I don't know what you guys see, because, you know, fuck it. Hope it works. Let's go back to my channel and see what I look like here. Let's go back to... All right, I'm going to mute that because I don't need to hear me say it. I just need to see it. Okay, so that's actually not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. Got some nice reflecties going on. Oh, it's here that you're getting the nice reflecties. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. What if I move it this way a little bit? Does that help? Get more of my crotch. That's awesome. Now it's even more reflecty, even better. Looks pretty good. Bit of a glare. I can't help that. So there's also a huge one coming in from the window over there because the sun is in the worst spot possible. But you can't see. Oh yeah, it's right in my face. It'll go away in about an hour. I could try and fix it, but I would have to climb through all that crap over there. That's not worth it. All right. So these are giant stickers, okay? And then this is the giant book. The book, all right? And let me show you one that looks like closed. We got 4 of these to make. But this is what it looks like closed. Here, I'll turn it around so it opens the correct way. So basically, they would be upright like that. And then, oh, no, I did it backwards. So you guys can see. It's a giant pop-up book. Okay? There you go. Is this the first time you've really streamed using this standing studio, even if it's in the opposite direction than intended? Yes. Well, I mean, technically second, but the first one was kind of a mess up. The reason I'm not behind there is because there's no room. Okay? There is no room to work. it's filled with boxes and shit, and I didn't have time to deal with that. I need to be able to access stuff and walk around. So, so this is a different one. This one's actually the other one, that we cannot speak of. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the laminate and then kind of wrap the book so that the books aren't white. They'll be this color here, and then we got to wrap this stuff around. So, God, I hope I get it right. But before we do that, I struggle bust so much with this laminate, guys. That sun is bright. It is bright in my eyes. So I have this 24-inch laminator, but it's manual. Also have a sinus infection that just started today, so I apologize for all the sniffling. That's what that's about. So, and this is the right way? Yes, this is the right way. Okay, so so I print these pieces out. These pieces are 17 inches wide and 32 inches long. And to get them to print accurate, I mean, I could try and turn off this to get rid of the glare, but I think it's going to make it really dark. How does that work? Let's see what that does. Of course, there's like a 20-second delay on my stream here. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, let's keep that then. And then I'll leave the blinding light in my eyeballs. So that's actually not bad. That works. Yeah. There you go. So trying to create the laminator failed multiple times on these giant prints. So I wasted lots of money trying to get these dumb things to work. But that's the way it goes. God, my sinuses. And I can't take anything for it. All right. Big stickers. Don't fuck it up. God bless America right off the bat, guys. Right off the bat. And don't fuck it. Damn it! It's the problem with dealing with these giant freaking stickers. How the hell I need to start centered. Yes. Okay, so I think what I'm going to need to do... How's it going, Buck? Okay, like that. I really wish these had like center cuts so I could open it up and lay it flat. Because what you're supposed to do is completely open this up and then hold it like this. And then you drop it down where you want it to go. And then just kind of lay it out. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Blue tape. I feel your pain. I had an allergy attack. That was a metal ducting tape the other day, changing my exhaust fan on the stove. Did people want me to use blue tape? That will not work, Cobalt. As much as I would love that to work, it's not going to work. Mostly because there's so much overhang. How the hell am I going to tape it? Well, the other thing I can do... Oh, I'm going to have to cut this anyways. Guys. Duh. God, Paul, think through. Think through things, boss. That's really good, Paul. There we go. The sun is fucking bright, guys. No. I got to cut this anyways. It's fine. I got a plan. I had a plan. I got like 10 plans going on right now in my head. The problem is I'm trying to do this and stream at the same time, which is not helpful because I'm trying to multitask here. And you know what happens when you multitask. Okay, so 17 and a quarter. It's 8.5 plus an eighth. 8.5 plus an eighth right there. 8.5 plus an eighth. I'm gonna do my best to. Don't you? No, really. Forget about me. I'm gonna try. I'll be alone. Okay. Dancing, you know it, baby. You do you, boo. Tell me your troubles and doubts and giving me everything inside and out. Come on, you dumb da-dum dum da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Need you to be right in the forking center there. We're close enough for government work. Bless that sun is fucking bright in my eye. See? There we go. Done. I'm going to cover up that sun because that sun is bright. So if I can do it without disconnecting all my cameras and everything else. Damn Windows. Who thought Windows was a good idea? There we go. There. Now no bright lights. Bill Gates. Bill Gates thought about Windows? Asshole. I really wish that chat was bigger. Yeah, that was not centered, Paul. You have to make it work, though. Only because it's got to ship today, guys. Paul likes to wait until the very last effing moment. No, it's literally I had a moment on Monday because I was working on this, and they're like, "Oh, it's got to ship on Monday," and the hinge for the pop-up has been the biggest pain in my butt because it just doesn't want to work at all. And so I drove all over town asking people if they had something that would work mechanically. Okay, I will look at that some other day. Put that in something I can watch later. And So I drove all over town. I'm like, hey, I need something that can lift this 10-ounce plastic thing vertically, but not so much that it destroys it in lifting it, but looks good doing it. And everybody looked at me like I had grown an extra head, which would be cool because then I could think twice as fast. But sadly, that's not what was happening there. Okay, there we go. It's good. And then we can do this side. Yeah, did back exactly what I thought you'd do. Okay, cool. All right, and then we're going to close this book up. What does it say? Procrastination. Not procrastinating at all, boss. I'll show you the technique for today if you're interested. Oh. Well, I have to, okay, so the reason I have to break this apart, I know I said trying to get it all as one piece. I can't because it's got to be in 3 separate pieces because of the way the book closes. The book doesn't wrap around, the spine doesn't wrap around. As you can see here, when it closes, I'm going to move this in. When it closes like this, it opens up these seams here. I don't know if you guys can see that here. Okay. And so I got to keep those seams tight and open so that the book can open and close. So that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. I know it's not the proper way. But when has Paul ever done the proper way, right? Not today, boss. Not today. Yeah, it's not an actual book cover. It's just because of the way it's a box. Now, the part that I'm still stuck on, trying to figure out how to do, which I've got until this afternoon to figure it out. Oh, you suck. You suck. Is how to... fuck. Daffy, we're going to have questions. We're going to have problems here. Hey, Mecca. How's it going? I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. It's because that font is so tiny I can't read it. So I'm guessing that's who it is, but I am. If I goof up your name, I apologize. Okay, there we go. But heck, I'm getting a lot of use out of this car wrap material, or lamination and all that fun stuff. So, hey, bonuses for me. You guys want to hear an epic? Okay, lurking. Best of luck. Okay. Best of luck. I'm out. You guys want to hear a phenomenal fuck up? I mean, I know you guys love it when I screw up so badly that it makes me uncomfortable. I did one of those this last weekend. So, do you guys want to hear about it? Does the Pope shit in the woods, Paul? Yeah. We don't know, but we'll listen anyways. Story time, exactly. So, I did that turtle job, as you're all aware, because I won't fucking stop talking about it. I'm on mature, right? Okay, one side done. Woofda. So I did the turtle job, and I finally submitted the bill. Give us the goods. I submitted the bill. So I'm gonna discuss some numbers here only because it is relevant to the story. Okay. the numbers that I'm using are fictitious for storytelling purposes. All right, so I submitted the original bill for, we'll say, okay, so I do everything in Excel spreadsheets because, you know, like my bids and my invoices are all done from the same invoices. So I create one invoice for a bid. Like if I'm going to do a job, I'm like, okay, this is what it's going to cost. So I'll do, I bid it with one Excel sheet. And then as the job continues, they're like, okay, now bill us for it. I don't create a new one. I use the exact same one. I just change the word invoice to bill, you know, like, or from bid to invoice or whatever. And then so I'm constantly like sending them the same one over and over again. Okay. That's relevant too. Trying to streamline my, my work process there. Well, so I did the turtle job, and let's say I bid it for $30,000. Okay. That was the initial bid. And again, numbers are fictitious here, kids. So I sent it off to them, and that was the initial bid. And what I did is that, because I had to make 8 different ones, I had to break them down per grouping, okay? So like you had the shredder one, and so I was like, oh, here's all the shredder ones, and then at the bottom there's a subtotal because a different company was paying for each one of them, all right? Confused yet? Yeah, me too. So then I submitted a bill that way, and so it said the subtotal was $30,000. Sent it off to them. They approved the bid, all that. I've been working off of it, and okay, it's 4 1/4. So we've been working off of that bid for, I don't know how long. How long have we been doing this job? So this job we've been doing for almost a year. Okay. So then they get the 13 months. Yeah, 13 months we've been working on this damn thing. Okay, so finally come time to pay. So they've been paying me a little bit along the way to cover materials, right? So like here, Paul, we're going to give you like a couple $1,000s here. We're going to give you a couple $1,000s here, and this is going to cover all the materials, so you're not out of pocket, which is pretty standard for a lot of this kind of custom stuff that I do. Now I finally finished the job, and I'm like, okay, so I go back in, and what I do is I take the amount that they've paid me. We'll say $13,000. Okay, so $13,000, and so I put total due $30,000, amount paid $13,000. You owe me $17,000, right? Okay. So I submit that, and I wait, and I don't hear anything. And then last week I get an email from them. They're like, hey, got your email, and just wanted to let you know we only owe you $3,000, not $13,000. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, it says the amount that the whole thing, you know, went there. And they're like, yeah, when you added up all of your columns, you included the subtotal as well as the amounts throughout the entire thing. So you have basically doubled your bid. So the $30,000 job was actually only a $15,000 job. And they had paid me most of that in materials. And so, yeah. So here I am expecting a hell of a payday for finishing this job that's taken way too damn long. And instead, I get peanuts. Yep. That's a fuck. They thought it was funny. Yeah, so my labor on that went from over 10 grand. I'll be honest with you, it was almost 20 grand to $3,000. So I made $3,000 on that job. Son, you done fucked up. This is why people hire accountants, right? I way underbid, but because the thing is they knew I way underbid because it was like that from the very beginning, and they never said anything. Why would they? They're like, oh, this guy thinks this is what he's gonna make. We're gonna let him think that, clear up till the end, and yeah, I fucked myself. Ended up staying positive about it. All things said and done, yeah, I'm fine. You've got a video on what to charge for art. I know what to charge for art. The thing is I screwed up my bidding there. Whatever. You know, it's what it is. It makes me laugh. Again, it's a story. They thought it was hilarious because they're not out any money. There's a smart guy who came out with a video on what to charge. Wish I knew him. He should come work for me. Fuck, it is hot in here, kids. I don't know why it's so damn hot. Dun 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 cha 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 dun 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 cha 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 cha. Oh, fudge. It's not actually that hot. It's 72. Well, it's what it is. But now I got to make this joke with my wife. I'm like, hey, remember that time when I thought I was making $20,000? That was hilarious. All right. God, what the fuck? What are you? Oh, it's there. Ah. So look, kids, we all learn something, right? Constantly learning. The lesson learned, was it the big client that knew that you didn't tell you, or the broker agent, or both? Probably both. I don't know, because like the thing is, I got to get a lot better at bidding corporate jobs, and that's the thing is like this was my first really, besides like the Tonight Show stuff, my first major corporate gig, and I didn't charge enough. I didn't charge nearly enough. I thought I did, but that's because Paul bad with Excel sheets. You know what I mean? So, also laminating books is my all-time least favorite job in 25 years. Yeah, no shit. It's about as fun as it looks. Everything I do, I feel like I'm doing incorrectly. But, you know, hey. And, you know, there's stickers, and so someone's gonna fuck it up. I just know it. And the other thing is I had the boards that I'm using are white. Okay, so because that's just the way that the Sintra came. I bought black thinner sheets for it, hoping that I could make the books for it, but they were so thin they wouldn't hold up, so I had to use the white that I bought for the boxes. And so now as I'm trimming these edges, I'm getting all the black that was there coming through again. Pissing me off. Okay. All right, at least that's laying flat now. That's laying flat. Okay, now, last side. Make sure you put it on correctly. You double checked the bid on this project, right? Yeah, this project, they told me what they had. That was easy enough. What threw me, what screwed me up in the long run, hallelujah, fuck. After these messages, I'll be right back. All right. You know what hurts when you smack it with all your might across the room? The razor blade you just trimmed the knife on to make it really sharp. Oh, good thing I got that vein. Fuck. God damn it. I don't have time to bleed. All right, just stop long enough that I can put the frickin' Band-Aid on it. That hurt. It didn't actually hurt. That's dumb. Shit. Stop bleeding for a second. Ugh. Fortunately, the other one I can super glue. I can't show you because it's against TOS. So I'm way over here, kids. But that hurt my pride. I'm rushing. See, that's the problem. I am rushing, and nothing good comes from rushing stuff. I just can't bleed all over this project. Where does my super glue? All right, good enough. All right. Hopefully I won't bleed on everything. Hey, Max. Okay, let's do this again. Flung that blade. Right? I need to stop panicking about this job. Nope, still bleeding. Just don't bleed on the stickers, Paul. Good vibes. Oh, thanks, Cobalt. Appreciate that. It's what it is. Meow, 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 meow. You just meow meowed me. High five you in a second. I can't actually high five you. I'll just fake it. Who's asked? Oh, it says 100 bits for bleeding. Thank you, McDuff. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be a master at doing this in a little bit. So hey, Paul making skills to pay bills. I had to have Lindsay help me do the laminating part of it. And this morning we had to finish it up, and I'm like, hey, so want to start a career in sign making? And she's like, I guess if we have to fall back on something, that's the thing. Come on, lay flat. Thank you. So I can at least pick you up. Deal with this side. Daffy, I need to get back in here. Do you not have a magnet? You do not. Okay, that's why you're giving me so much grief. Okay, cool. Just don't be like the MIA from a few weeks ago where you make signs for family members' weddings, then don't get an invite, right? I shan't do that. Haha! Paul's smart today. After he cut himself, yes. What's funny is, and not like funny haha, but like funny, interesting. I don't know. This job, right? This one right here, the books, is the like none of what I'm doing is difficult, but this is the hardest one to do, strictly because it is so large. I love that it peels off all the gold paint that's on there. God damn it. And so it's the one that takes the most time just because of its size, and the rest of them are going to go so fast, so fucking fast. Like I've got another one on the table, and like on the desk, ready to go. That's the next one we're going to be working on, and I've got like 4 or 5 more to work on. So that's literally all we're doing this week, is working on these projects. But this one's supposed to ship today. I don't know if it's going to, but we're gonna try. All right, let's see if my paint pen will actually cover that gold F up there. Yeah. Come on. Uh-huh. When in doubt, cheat a little. 30-foot rules, kid. 30-foot rules. Do you guys know of the 30-foot rule? Do you guys know what that means? It's a theater term, which means that no one's going to see it closer than 30 feet away. And so at, if you can't see it from 30 feet away, then it doesn't really need to be perfect, you know? Like a lot of times we get stuck looking at things up close. No, the 3-second rule, that's right. That has to look good from 30 feet away, right? So I'm cleaning up these like little bits and bobs because I'm afraid it's going to look crappy up close. But again, it's and this theater that it's going to, it's not a theater, it's like a mall. It's huge. It's like 100 foot. So there's like a 100-foot rule. Granted, they're going to get this and they're going to want to examine it up close and stuff. So of course I got to make it look good. So here's the part that is going to be that I still haven't figured out how to do it. I keep going over it in my head, trying to figure out like what's the best plan of attack here. That's also a good reason people don't like their own looks, because when we study our own faces, we examine it as a whole. Correct. It's the same as a 3-foot rule when painting some miniatures. Need to look good 3 feet away on the game table, right? Whereas competition miniature paintings need to look good from 3 inches away, right? So it's the same with theater makeup. It has to look good. That's right. So if you ever see somebody in theatrical makeup close up, you're like, dude, why is your makeup all jacked? That's exactly why. Yep. Because it needs to look good from far, far away. So it's very extreme makeup, so the thing that I'm trying to figure out how to do, which I haven't quite wrapped my brain around it, is right now, you see how this is open? It looks like a box. The designer does not want it to look like a box. It is a box, but it's supposed to be a book, So when it opens, he wants this to look like a book, not a box. Okay, fine. So he's like, so just fill this full of foam or something. I'm like, that's great. Would love to do that. Can't, but would love to do that. Where did the magnets go? Magnets! What did I do with you? Paul. Literally just had them in your hand. Where are they? Where did I put them? You are correct, McDuff. You are correct. Okay, so where did they go? I don't see them right here. I went over here to get the tape. But why would I have put them down? This is very relatable. You literally have them on. They're probably going to be adhered to me somewhere because I got. Found them. Paul, just stop. Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the morning west just skipping down the cobblestones. Looking good and feeling groovy. Y'all laughing? Awesome. Water at it. Make diamonds float in water. I'm gonna put it right there, guys. All right, so this pop-up that's in here has to is because of it's this wide, okay? It's this wide. The problem is and that's great and groovy because they need it to be as big as possible inside this book at the scale that the book is, right? So, and this folds up so it fits in there really nicely, right? The problem is that it fits inside the book like that. So how do we close the book but also fill up those pages. I have a sinking suspicion I just unglued that magnet. I didn't. It worked. There we go. Book. One done. Need a black pen to clean that edge up. But one done-ish. There's another thing that goes on it, but I don't have that done yet. We got to work on that after this one. There we go. All right. One done. Big old Daffy book. So there's a big logo. It'll be gold. It looks like that. It's going to sit on it. Three-dimensional. So that's the last of it. The problem with that Vex is that I've got to, there's not enough space in there to put springs to have them come down. So, the other thought is to use Pan-A. So let me see if I've got some in that color. Crushed Pan-A. So he didn't want white, he wanted parchment, because, of course. I don't know if I have parchment. I've got gold somewhere in here. God, my sinuses. I've got white. So my thought, the problem with the Nutcracker is still large. Okay, so my thought was to take this stretch material here, create a frame on the interior like this, so it would be three-sided frame floating. Because I'll die, Cobalt Reaver. Literally, not figuratively. Literally, I'll die. I'm allergic to all of it. That's a different story. All right. So I was thinking about making a frame that fits in here, you know, like goes like that, and then this would float like this, like up, you know what I mean? Nose story. It's not the nose, well, kind of the nose story, but it's not the nose story. So it'd be floating like this, and since it's got flex to it, you know, because it would be pulled taut like that when it opened, but then when it closes, it's got enough give. It's not going to sit down like that, but it's got enough give that it would push down on it, you know? The only concern I have is that these things are so pointy and shit that when it comes up, is it going to snag on the book? The only way I'm going to know for sure is if I do it. But then I don't want to waste a ton of time making something to find out that I can't freaking use it. You know what I mean? Burn. So let's try really quickly. Okay, I'm going to have to cut this down even more. Even more on. It's where the nose story always ends. It is. And that's how the dentist tried to kill me, because of the same story. Okay, so it needs to be like 1 3/4 inches. All right, give me a second. I'm going to run through the bandsaw and cut these down. 1.75 inches. I got a couple of these to cut down. Give me just a second. I'm going to mute myself so it's not so loud, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. It's where the notice stories always ends. It's true. All right, so I guess real quickly, I'm not going to tell the notice story. Basically, took Claritin for 10 years every night before I went to bed, developed an allergy to all ephedrins, because that's the stuff that basically helps your sinuses, is the ephedrine inside Claritin. And went off of it, started getting some migraines, really, really bad migraines, went back on it, started seeing spiders, and then broke out in a full body rash called poison control. And they said it most likely have developed an allergy to this. And so they're like, be careful taking it anymore. So I'm like, okay, I won't take it anymore. I don't have any lightweight furniture foam sitting here, and they didn't account for that. Furniture foam's expensive. I know what you're saying, though. Like a really lightweight. I don't, because it's all I got. Let me check. I don't think it's going to compress enough. And my cats have used this as a scratching pad, so that's not good. You're talking about this stuff here, which would be fine, but I don't think it'll compress enough to put it in there that I can get enough give. You know what I mean, Vern? I don't think it's gonna compress enough. Especially on both sides. Because even if I compress this as much as I can, it's down a 1/2 inch from 2 inches. So that means I'd have to lose 1/2 inch on either side. Yeah, I don't know where I would get that. I'm limited with what I can access. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll just give this a shot, see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll always think that it should. You know, that kind of thing. Thought you had that for bots? For the bots? Oh, that really, really lightweight black foam? Yeah, that's all gone. And they got used up by turtles. Shipping all the turtles. So my son has practice ACT today. You know, because that's what they do. So basically, okay, so to finish the stupid Claritin story. So basically, I'm allergic to anything that's got PHRINE in it, frin. I'm just allergic to it. And if I take it, it will stop my heart. And the dentist tested that theory by pumping me full of epinephrine when doing a filling and giving me micro seizures for about 2 hours. And he's like, oops, sorry. I didn't think you were serious. You may not want to drive. Ava's got PSP SATs. Yeah. So that's what my kid's got because he's in 10th grade. He doesn't have. Same with Ava. Yeah. So yeah, they're practice SATs. Yeah. One more. So is that nationwide? Everybody has it today? Is that the thing? But he supposedly he's done at 12:45. I'm like, yeah, I can't pick you up then, boss. I'm doing stuff. I'm streaming. He's like, that's okay. My theater teacher wants us to work on the set, and so he'll be doing that instead. So he's staying there till 4. So I'm at least good there. Okay, so if that's the frame. Oh, I always thought it stood for something for the military. Frank was today years old when he learned about the PSATs. All right. Okay, glue this together. Paul actually had to Google what is the best glue for Sintra because I don't use it enough. But I did find out. It's this shit is the reason that I've got the sinus infection. I'm so fucking alert. Oh no, busted toe. Took some test in high school that the military recruiter I talked to had access to. That would be the SAT. Or he could have been BSing. No, that's what it was. It was the SAT. They use that as well. Freshmen were doing. Oh no, the freshmen take the pre-SAT, the PPSAT. The sophomores and juniors take the PSAT, and then seniors have the day off today. Because in theory, they should have already taken it. ASVAB, there you go. Who's got a meeting? So sorry, sir. So sorry. Nobody likes a meeting. What the fuck good are you? God bless America. Wash my hands now because I got all of them. Trying not to get my Band-Aid wet. Okay. All right. I was more concerned about not being able to do 3 pull-ups. I laugh, but I'm in the exact same boat, boss. I'm like, yeah. Unless my job in the military is to outthink the opposition, I'm forked as far as military prowess goes. Not I am not that guy. All right, we're gonna try this out. If this doesn't work, plan X, because I've done every other plan. This is the only thing I can think of. I could probably do them now. I could probably do a few. I can't do many. I am not. That's. It's not the muscles that I exercise. All right. So, in theory, in Guy Fieri, it's Fieri, I know. So let's put you there. Let's take you. Which way do I want it to stretch, Mr. Paul? You want it to have... That's the stretch that you want. When I started at the library, the ASVAB, MAT, SAT, GRE books were always in high demand. Now all online, and the database we subscribe to and the wall of study books is down to just a few for the techniques. Yeah, I asked my son if he studied for the PSAT. He's like, no, there's not really any studying for it, Dad. I'm like, that's not true at all. But okay. He's like, well, when I'm a senior, I'll study for it. I'm like, the whole point of the PSAT is so that you can practice the SAT, kiddo. Yeah. Do you see the flaw in this logic here, kids? Does anybody here see the flaw in this logic besides Paul? What is going to go horribly wrong? Paul sees it, but he's going to keep powering through like he doesn't know. Hey, Monty, how you doing, man? It has been a spell. How you doing? Congrats on the new books that I just saw you put out there. I may not be omnipresent, but I definitely pay attention. So congrats on the new books. Do you want to curve the edges near the spine to mimic the look of a book? Nope. Nope, because the edges here don't. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay. If my teachers mentioned it, I wasn't paying attention. Decided to... okay, do you want to know? Decided to World of Twitch? Been a minute. They aren't released until April. Just ready and awaiting cover art. Nice. Noise. Well, congrats again, man. Nope, nobody has seen the flaw in my logic yet. I might be able to bypass it. Bypass my flaw here, so. Yeah. Me too, Trek. Me too. Okay. All right. Let's hope that works for my test here. This is a test. This is only a test. Return to the world is what was meant to... return to the world of Twitch. You have returned. Just in time for Twitch to be weird. Twitch is going through some weird right now. Nothing new, but... Somebody was asking me the other day, is the rumor true that Twitch is dying? It's on its way out? I'm like, no. No, it's got issues, but it ain't going anywhere. There's nothing to replace it. Until there's something to replace it, it ain't gonna happen. YouTube. We could go to YouTube. All right. So. Okay. The question is how do I cut that last bit? Twitch goes through a lot of weirdness. That's right. Oh, you'll be out in Nebraska next year. What the hell for? I mean, yay! Let's meet. What bet did you lose? No. No. Okay. And he threw it on the ground. This might work. Paul might have had a good idea. Until it catches. What's this say? And I'll be out in the press. Okay. I was watching TV over the weekend and they did an emergency alert test and I thought, why do this? Why do they still have this? Really need something that breaks into streaming services if you want people. I have one that connects to my phone, but I had to turn it on. But the one that works on my phone, it works pretty well. It's jarring. Now, granted, they always like to run it when it shouldn't be running, but set in Rulo, Kansas City, and St. Louis, and the length of Missouri is all worth it. Gotcha. Okay, well, if you're in my neck of the woods, I'm right. I'm in the only major city in Nebraska, Omaha. So if you're in my neck of the woods, look me up. That goes for anybody who's on Twitch. If you'd like to meet, I'm not hard to find. I don't go anywhere. Okay, let's try this again. If I'm ever in Nebraska, I'll look for the giant skeleton hiding up in a treehouse. That's right. Of course. See, it's gonna have issues. All right. It doesn't not work? No, that makes sense. Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so the city that I actually live in is called Bellevue. Oh no, don't find me. So I live in Bellevue, Nebraska, and Bellevue, Nebraska was the very first city in Nebraska. And because it's on the Missouri River, it started out as a brothel. So Nebraska's very first city was a brothel. And it was because guys would come, and it was founded by women, believe it or not. And they would, men would come up the Missouri River to move stuff. Oh yeah, the foot's definitely going to get caught. Yep. So men would move up the Missouri River, and then it's a long, slow trod because there's no. It's a mile wide and a foot deep. That's the Mississippi, but it's the same with the Missouri. It's pretty freaking small, and so it's not the best. So they created this giant brothel on the water, and so this entire town that I live in is a freaking brothel. Okay, works well enough. He really wants to have like fake text written on here, but let's just try and get it to a point that where it looks like a fucking book. Let's just do that first, and then we'll go. So that seems to work, right? He's asking you guys. I want the Missouri River to come up the Missouri River. Oh, to come up the Missouri River. Uh, what do you guys think? Does that look like a book? Can you? Does that look like pages or and from 30 feet away? It needs like the text. So like technically you would take like a marker and like marker all that text on there. But what I might do is leave that for them to figure out. That's shitty, Paul. Yeah, it is. It is why the Jayhawks are hiding out from the bushwhackers in Bellevue. Mm-hmm. That's right. We used to be called the Nebraska Bug Eaters because, well, this is props. This is the world of props, boss. It's not that weird. It's what it is. What it is, kids. 11 3/4. Do it that way, Mr. Paul. Pencils. Pencils. Keep falling on the floor. Oh my gosh. Did I say 11 3/4? Fuck. Yes. It's only a mention, but it's there. That's right. It looks like one of those portable writing bureaus from the 19th century. Yeah, yeah. Um, Not, but yeah, it could be. Those. Oh, look at that! Is exactly the right side. Look at that. I mean, you can't. That's like I drew a center line. That's choice right there. Woo! And then I need to know what this measurement is. That's 15 1/4 minus half an inch. 14 3/4. Quarters. 14 and 3/4. 14 and 3/4. Just remember that, kids. 2 seconds from now when I forget. 14 and 3/4. 14 and 3/4. Sorry, I'm sanding into my giant trash can that's sitting right here. I did clean up this entire area in front of my desk, which is nice. I can actually walk in front of it. It's nice. 14 and 3/4, I said, I believe. Are these meant to last one season, or is this a multi-year run? It's 200 performances. 200 performances. I don't know if that's just this year or if that's multiple years. I don't know. I just know 200 performances, but they also know that it's not a forever prop. You know, like they instructed me to make them in such a way that I can reproduce them if they need more. I do have to give a shout out to the Nebraska Historical Society and the Kansas Farmers Community Historians. They're awesome. They are. Because they're like, somebody actually cares. They're contacting us. They care. Awesome sauces. Oh, best glue for Sintra is super glue, guys. I know I said I had to look it up. I didn't tell you what it was. Super glue is the best glue for Sintra. "74 days until Christmas. That's a lot of performances per day. It'll be even less days by the time they get the props." So the show opens November 1st. So whatever the hell November 1st is to December 25th, but it might be like 2 to 3 performances a day. I don't know. But it's the whole Nutcracker. They're doing the whole damn thing. I mean, it might be truncated, but they're sinking a lot of money into it. So it might be thinking 2 years. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the information. I just know that I'm supposed to make the props in such a way that I can make the props again if they need more. But I have to make 2 of everything to start off with. So they have at least 2. 55 days. So that'd be like 4 performances a day. Under 4, 3 to 4. 3 to 4 performances a day. That's a lot. Okay. Excuse me. The other thing is, I'm going to run out of this fabric because I don't have enough of it. You have a flat edge on this thing? Yes. So why don't we put the flat edge where you need the damn flat edge to be, Paul? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do it. Woo! Ha 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 ha, he says. Ha 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 ha. It's like an amusement park type thing. Yes. Yes. It's in a mall. The other thing is like, how Christian is Dubai? I guess Nutcracker isn't very Christian. I mean, it's about Christmas though, which I feel is a Christian thing. I mean, maybe not anymore, but granted, it's also the Nutcracker, so maybe not. But I don't know. but it's Warner Bros. I have no idea. They don't ask me to think. They just ask me to do. So. Okay. Okay, kids. Okay, okay, okay. We got this. We got this. But hey, Monty, I appreciate you coming back, man. I do. I think about people all the time, like the people who used to watch the stream and that kind of stuff. I do keep y'all in mind. You know, I'm like, oh, whatever happened to ... Now you, I follow on other social media, Monty. So I mean, like, I see you elsewhere. So I know what happened to you. But you know, sometimes I'm like, I wonder what happened to these people. And it's good to see them occasionally pop back in. I mean, I understand people's likes change, and you know, there's only so many ring boxes you can watch a guy make. Now I'm not making ring box, so haha, joke's on them. But it is good to see people. Okay. Did you change your studio? No, I'm in a different spot. This is the second. We're gonna put that in big ass air quotes. Second studio. So my other one's right over here, behind me, and normally the cameras kind of face the big wall over here. But because I need to, this is so large, it won't fit on my desk, and so I need to have a better working space. So I've been using this all weekend. Ironically, so the tabletop that I have is 2 foot by 9 foot. And I actually had to install or put this giant 4 foot by 4 foot panel on here just so I had enough room to deal with the giant sheets of Sintra, because the Sintra is 4 by 8, and so they take up a lot of space. And so yeah, so even though I've got this, and that's another reason why I'm not behind there, is because I've got 2 feet of overhang that I got to contend with. So, one, and this one. I'm enjoying having this time to watch again. Awesome, Monta. I am just all over the place with steampunk these days. It's rare that I get to sit and watch people. Yeah, yeah. It's good that you're keeping busy, though. I am pinching fingers together close to like canceling all of my people gigs and refunding them all, just because I'm so busy with the corporate stuff. But I know if I do that, then that's when the corporate stuff will dry up, and then I'll regret it. But I am between this thing and then the clients who are like, "Where's my stuff? Damn it! I paid for it and I want it now." I'm kind of at my wit's end here. Wonder if I should have taped that. Should we tape it down? That one stretched a lot more than this one did. If I tape it down, it'll hold that tautness in there, but it'll look weird. You did this wrong, Paul. This really should have been one piece of fabric. It's still on the 2 frames as I built them, but it should have been one giant piece of fabric. Oh, wait.
all be a continued sub.
Thank you,
You
Valfair.
guys.
Okay, what is it? Bango Bango or Bango Bango. Okay, do you have like a target amount of work lined up that you try to maintain? Yes. Good to see you, mate. I need to build some models. Yep. All right. So I will be picking. Oh, from scratch. I need a model. Okay. All right. So it's an expanded PVC foam board. It's often. Oh, I missed that. So you might have talked about this. And it says, but what is Sintra? It's spelled Sintra. Yes. Expanded PVC foam. That is what it is. It's rigid PVC. Fuck. I mean, yay! Tear it apart. Start again. This is the problem with thinking on your feet, kids. Now, can I pull this apart and not ruin everything? No, probably not, but I'll try. It's good. Okay, that's not good. Come on, Daffy. Let it go. Let it go. The harder part will be stretching the fabric across the gap. Mind the gap. Fail. Let that glue back up. Fudge. He has plans with his uncle at 4 p.m., comma, so it couldn't be any later than that, period. Sorry, period. Nope. Send the message. There you go. Sintra is the thing you want to deal when you are sick of EVA foam falling apart. Yeah, it's expensive though. It's not the cheapest stuff, but it's carvable and all that. The downside is because it's expanded PVC foam, you can't laser it. So cutting it is all got to be manual. Because if you cut it with a laser, if you laser it, you'll kill yourself. So because it's PVC, you cannot laser PVC. Okay. Have a ladies have a lady whose son's birthday is coming up here, and she always waits until the last second to plan anything. For this son, she has two sons, and this is the son she doesn't like, and so she waits until the last minute. So she allows her son to have two friends do something, and so it's my son and another kid who's a friend of my son's as well, and so the two of them get to do something with this boy on his birthday, but she always waits until the last minute to make any plans. So she had told me, "Hey, the kids don't have school on Friday, so can they come over for a birthday party for an hour? I'll give them pizza and some cupcakes, and then it'll be done." And I'm like, at noon. No, you do not, because when you laser cut PVC, you create chlorine gas, and chlorine gas will kill you. It also eats machinery. How it kills you is it by dissolving the tissue in your lungs and your eyes and your sinuses, and so you don't want to laser it. And so it'll also corrode and eat the laser itself, so you don't want to laser cut PVC. It sounds bad. Yeah, it's not. It's not great. I would not recommend. 10 for 10 would not recommend. And so, brain's working a mile a minute here, kids. So she just texted me, and she's like, "Hey, can they go see a movie?" And I'm like, "My son has plans with his uncle." Hey, Amby. I can't remember who it was, but that last week or the week before, we're talking about welcome to Wrexham. So just wanted to mention that ESPN is going to carry their cup game on Saturday. Oh, I don't know what that means. There's a lot of words I don't understand. But hey, awesome. That's not going to be big enough. See, it's this, what I'm doing right now. This is what's taking forever. This is why this job's not done yet. This is why. All right, so I need to put that there, but you do need to cut it down because it needs to be smaller. Let's cut it in half. Chlorine gas, not chloramines. I was talking about PVC. It's polyvinyl chloride. When you burn it, when you burn PVC, you create chlorine gas. Mm. And that's why they say never to laser PVC. Oh, right. I worked with chlorine a bit. Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah. Morning, Paul. Hey, who's that? Cartoon Man. Hello. I can't watch their current games. It'll be spoilers. Ah. Oh, Wrexham is soccer. Oh, owned by Ryan Reynolds. Oh, well, good for him. No. I think this through. So, yeah, so she's like, well, can they go see the new Avatar movie? I don't know what time, so that means it'll probably be in the evening. And I'm like, I can't. No, my brother has been talking about taking them out haunted housing for weeks now, and they're doing that Friday. And yeah, sorry. Make better plans. I'm not sure where I am in the series. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, don't pee in the shower if you clean it with bleach. The gas it creates isn't good for you. Oh. Who's peeing in the shower and just leaving it there? God, save the queen. Okay. All right, so if that's the interior of the book, where did that glue go? re-glue this damn corner. Getting the sponge first. Ew. Because it grows. Uh-oh, gotta tell the kids to quit peeing in the bath. That's right. I mean, I tell them that anyways, but they aren't listening. Wait until that first time they submarine you. Well, it's not quite mustard gas, but chlorine and ammonia create mustard gas. And I've seen someone learn the hard way, completely unconscious with the mix. Well, that's usually when they're cleaning, though, using ammonia and bleach at the same time. That's usually what kills old ladies when they're cleaning. Okay. Do you have enough fabric, Paul? Fuck no, you don't. Not even close. Let's see if I've got any more. Hold on. Oh! Oh! That sounded bad, but look at this. I got a mess of it. Oh yeah. Now, granted, some idiot's cutting at it like he doesn't know how to use scissors. Paul. And it's covered in cat hair. Paul. Is the new Avatar movie even out? I'll let you know, see what I found out, and how my schedule will look like. Yeah, that doesn't... Lady, I said... Okay, whatever. Paul's bought a Matic. Okay, you think 2 streams a week is enough? I don't want to spend my life on here, but it's content too good for TikTok. Yeah, you stream 1 day a week. Nobody cares. Are you here to make money? Or are you here just to stream? If you're here to stream, do it whatever works for you, boss. If you're here to make money, get a job, because you're not going to. Nobody makes money on Twitch. Not nobody. 1% of people make money on Twitch, if that. So chlorine is an ingredient of bleach. Oh, yes. Bleach and chlorine are the same thing, yes. Or bleach and... yes. We're all on the right track here. That I accidentally mixed bleach with peroxide once and started bubbling, so I dropped it and ran. Best thing to do with a chemical reaction. Drop it and run. Did you scream, "Oh, nose"? You look like that little girl that's running away from the fires, or the bears or whatever, that little meme girl. Oh, nose. Oh, I'm out. I did. Avatar: The Way of the Water opens December 16th. That's what I thought. Yeah, so then just stream whatever time works for you, bud. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't, yeah. Just keep... Consistency is more important than how often you stream. Schedule. So if you're going to stream twice a week, make sure you just consistently stream at the same time. It's when you bounce your schedule all over the place and nobody can find you, that's unless you're completely relying on your Discord to let people know, but then that's not how you find new people. So that's really what it comes down to. What is it? And never mix naphtha with rubber and heat. There you go. Mustard gas is different than chlorine gas. Okay, a friend of my friend had a toddler that got into the cleaning products after managing to lock the parent in the bathroom. Kid ended up with chemical pneumonia. Well, that's fun. Hello, sirs. What are we booking here? Hey, Bionic Grit. We're doing big pop-up books for a theatrical production. This is one. I only have 4 to do, and they're due today. So, fun. Um, I need to put on more music, but I know I'm going to activate everybody else's devices. So, give me just a second, and I'll mute myself. Actually, I'll just go over and turn it on. How about that? I don't think I have enough fabric for 4 of those boxes, though. That's for definite sure. I know I have chlorine at home as a cleaning product. I don't know what bleach would sell as here, which is why I was wondering if they were the same thing. It's pretty damn close. Fucking head. Packed with peanuts. This one's packed with almonds. Snickers really satisfies you. I'm going to eat a Snickers, kids. My brain is not firing on all cylinders. Yeah, man. My fatness does not apply to keto anymore. That was 3 years ago, boss. That's 3 years. That's 2019. That was not sustainable. I'm going to go buy more of this shit. Okay. Yeah, my wife got really mad at listening to me talk about keto. She's like, "You're not going back on that." I'm like, okay, that's fair. I'm like, as long as you keep on me about not getting too fat, we'll be okay. She's like, I'll do that. So we just eat better. And yeah, not much happened in the last 3 years. It's been pretty mellow. The world's been pretty cool. Same old, same old. So I'm listening to this new Stephen King book, Fairy Tale, that just came out, and it's really good. But I have so little faith that he'll be able to do a good ending that I'm just prepping myself to be disappointed in this book in the long run. Like he can't finish a book. Like he just has no way of ending books correctly. I've never read a book that I thought Stephen King ended well. Like he always seems to run out of gas and then just kind of Deus ex machina or creates giant space spiders or whatever, and just like he goofs it up. But this one's got a really interesting take on it, and I'm like, it's good. I just don't want him to mess it all up. My watch told me I should stand. My daughter got a huge scholarship for college, though. Hey, that's cool. Amusingly, my mom's on keto and my stepdad is a semi-vegetarian, both for health reasons. And that's nothing wrong with that. And if you can do it for that, that's great. I was on keto because I was a fat bastard and I was trying to lose weight. I lost 40 pounds. And I haven't put it all back on either. I put some of it back on, but the last book of the Black Tower series even warns the reader about going through the ending of the book. Oh, really? Fairy Tale, is that to go with the Sleeping Beauties one? It's a standalone. Since high school because of his, yeah, me neither, but this one was highly recommended based on what I listened to in Audible, and I was like, he basically during the pandemic, he asked himself what would people actually want to read, and so he created this book. And I was like, okay, well, that might be enough of a deviation from the norm that it might be good. I don't know. Is I just He's Stephen King's the shit out of things. I mean, he's so good at being so bad at finishing his books that they call it Stephen Kinging your ending. It's like how bad does it have to be? Okay, you cannot do it that way, Paul. You have to take them both out. Okay. Is this the wrong side? Is this backwards? Yes, Paul. It probably is because you can't do anything right the first fucking time. God fucking damn it. Fuck this shit with the big fat stick. I'm so done with this damn thing. Except you took the tape off that side, Paul. Yep, third try on all USBs. Plugging in all the cameras today, I definitely did that. What am I missing here? Don't get me wrong, I like him. He does have trouble with some things. Can't magically feel so. That's always promising when there's an author says, yeah, about that ending. You can read it, but you're not going to like it. Yeah. Hey, you could just George R.R. Martin it and just never fucking write an ending to a book. You can do that. Just start another series altogether. Now the question is will it close? No. You suck. You suck. Fuck. I wish I could cut Cintra with a fucking pair of scissors. You cannot. It does not work that way. You suck. The solution to that is to lop off his foot is the solution to it, but it's not the solution they're going to want. Want to know the kicker of this whole thing? This is how the bit plays out on stage. Some character comes out, whoever this character happens to be. You can't tell, and I'm not supposed to tell you, but, whatever. Comes out and goes, "Hey, kids, I'd like to tell you a story, and that story is all about me. And it's called the This Book." And so he lays this book down. This character pops up just like this. Then another character comes out and goes, "Meh. How about we tell a story about something everybody can relate to? Let's do the Nutcracker." Lays the book down. And then they take the books off stage. That's it. That's it. That's fucking it. So all that work, all this work, 10 seconds, 30 seconds at the most. Yes, the designer does not want the inside to be empty. He wants it to be full. That is the difference. My mentor in undergrad had a term for what this is called. It is called maximum effort, minimum effect. That is what this is called. In reality, I need to glue all these fucking edges together and stuff, but I should have done runs the entire length, but then I would have really been fighting it. I like to call this struggle busing. Because we all be on the struggle bus. And by we, I mean Paul. You are the designer. Tell the client to F off. Nah, I don't know how that works. It's the MacGuffin. Yeah, a little bit. 30 seconds times 200 though, right? But now that I know that it works, you don't see that. And of course I'm out of glue. Okay. All right. Almost there. All right. I'm going to call that good, right? We're going to call that good. Except for the thing that has to go on the front. Let's do a different one. Let's do a nutcracker. I can actually show that one to you. I need UV resin. UV resin. God, my back is just not happy with me. Looks great. It's getting there. It's a getting there. So what I'm doing is I put the screws on the wrong side of this book here. There's not a right side and a wrong side, but I had put them too close to the edge before I had figured out how to put the stop on the piece. So I needed to put a new holes in it so I could back it up a little bit, trying to get the stop so that it goes up to 90. Because the nutcrackers are a lot smaller. They're not as wide as the other character, and so they don't really get in the way. So I know tomorrow's Thursday, and I'm already feeling it. I might try and go to him later today. He called me. My chiropractor is what we're talking about. He called me yesterday at 5:00. Hey, can you help me out with some technical stuff? I'm like, you call me at home to do this kind of crap, but you don't give me a single fucking discount for helping you out as your IT guy. I'm like, come on.